So now Republican activists are launching a legal battle against dozens of major corporations over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. They argue that companies are violating the law that ban racial quotas in the workplace. Madison Allworth trying to figure this out from Fox Business. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
To discover here.
So what we're seeing is that the Supreme Court ruling against affirmative action in universities, that is now turning over to corporations. A growing number of GOP activists are launching lawsuits and petitions against similar efforts at those businesses. These companies, they've all been sued over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. The activists actually using similar tactics that progressive groups used to further the DEI programs. The main argument, companies are violating rules against race and sex discrimination, favoring only certain sexes and races. A group of GOP attorney generals have also sent a letter to Fortune 100 companies warning them against race-based preferences in hiring, promotions, and contracting after that SCOTUS decision, saying in part, quote, "We remind you of your obligations as an employer under federal and state law to refrain from discriminating on the basis of race, whether under the label of diversity, equity, and inclusion, or otherwise." But while companies are publicly saying they are committed to their diversity initiatives, there is legal exploration into whether they should adjust their practices on their end. And we are seeing that at work, even if it's not something that they're saying publicly. Take a look at this. In December of 2022, the 12-month attrition rate, or people who were let go in DEI roles, was 33%, much higher than 21% for the non-DEI roles. And the fallout also hitting the markets as well. The S&P Global just dropped its scale that measures environmental, social, and governance factors when assessing a company's credit quality, instead focusing on the whole company.
That's really interesting, the rate of letting those folks go over others.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also a space that grew tremendously.
I can see why companies wouldn't want to draw too much attention to letting go their DEI people, but
right.
You caught it. And now
got it for you guys.
Thank you, Madison.